I've been obsessed with Reddits lately, we're gonna take a look at another Reddit and going to see if I have knowledge on all these different controversies. As the last Reddit that I was seeing, I saw a little preview for another one and it said, what would you consider the most controversial doll ever created? And I'm gonna test my knowledge of doll lines and their controversies as people describe theirs. The person who created the discussion said Barbie, Failfix, Bratz may have the most controversies, but some more than others. What would be considered most controversial and notorious doll out there? So just starting with the ones that they said, Barbie's had many controversies over the years that we're going to talk about. Obviously, the most notorious that Barbie is known for is her unrealistic proportions. Next, we're gonna skip to Bratz. Bratz also unrealistic proportions, too sexy apparently. Yeah, that's them. And then Failfix being my favorite controversy for the dumbest reason. You're getting them ready to go somewhere. You're like, they're not perfect enough how they are. No, because they have makeup all over their face because they've been crying. Have you not seen how their faces look? That a dumb reason. People are like, I don't understand the Failfix controversy. I always thought it was very, very weird. The dolls, I don't actually think their makeup's that bad, but their hair is definitely up in the air. So I'm reading the person's thing. So it says, and likewise, controversial. It emphasized makeup and hair too much, which I feel like is a huge thing in many of the dolls that I had growing up. So I've always find that so interesting because, like, yeah, I like makeup and hair. I'm a child. But I understand, like, there's like a lot of really negative beauty standards that are like here these days, maybe not having like a doll line that's like fully targeting, but I also like children will be children. They're gonna see things, they're gonna want them. It's like, of course, like it makes sense to have like a doll line surrounding like doing hair and makeup, but like the hair is like in the air. I get not putting the word fail with it, but I think it's a stupid controversial reason. Okay, next. Happy Family Midge being pregnant because she was pregnant and she didn't have a wedding ring. That is crazy. That is crazy because I know so many people who, which maybe it's just where I'm from, but controversial or not, my mom was pregnant when she got married. I think that's the only reason they got married and didn't tell anyone they were pregnant until after they were married. Whoops. My sister was a little earlier than expected. Anyways, it's true. I think that's such a weird thing that people have. I think it's weird, and obviously, as so many people should, I don't believe you have to be married in order to have a kid. I don't believe that it's teaching children a bad thing. I think teaching children, hey, also, who says that Midge wasn't married? She just didn't have her wedding ring. Sometimes when you're pregnant, your hand swells. That's what Mattel should have been doing. They shouldn't even been like, no, she is married. Her hand's just swollen so much because she's 9 months pregnant. You psychopaths. Eventually they added a wedding ring and recalled all of the Midge dolls. Next, we've got Earring Magic Ken because he was inspired by a lot of gay fashion, I guess. His necklace is also controversial for our reasons, but I don't think they did it on purpose. And even though Earring Magic Ken is obviously gay, he was not created to be gay. Neat. Anyways. Probably not the most controversial out. The Poppy Troll doll, we pressed a button that she had and she giggled, but the button was in a suggestive spot. Not a fashion doll, but probably I would consider one of the most controversial because everything else is like suggestive. Midge didn't have a ring. That was just really bad planning. You can't tell me that someone wasn't like, we should put a button there and see what happens. See how many people think it's funny, because people did not think it was funny. like, I just question that. I'm trying to think, like, I had baby alives where you, like, fed them and they peed, but, like, their buttons were usually on their belly buttons. So, like, my question is, like, what was the purpose of that, especially since she just simply giggled, unless, like, she was supposed to, like, when you sat her down, she was giggled, you know what I mean? Like, I'm curious on what the actual purpose of, and I've never personally looked into the troll doll, because I haven't been super interested in her. She's not a fashion doll. The Oreo Barbie, the doll that says math is hard, the Oreo Barbie is interesting because I feel like people would be mad either way. If they made an AA variant and a white variant, people were mad. And if they were like, we're not gonna make an AA variant, I feel like people would be upset still too. I don't know how they could have done better unless they just did like an Asian variant or something, like, you know what I mean? The doll that says math is hard, I've heard a lot of people say. There were like a million different things that she could have said, and to be honest, math is hard. One year I didn't think I was going to pass school because I thought I was gonna fail math. Anyway, somebody also said anatomically correct dolls, and I did read through some of this, and this is something that's going to be like a staple in this as one of like the many things that dolls will get controversy for is they have anatomically correct dolls. Specifically, LOL OMG has had issues with that. I think it's, okay, sometimes I think it's a little weird, like why do OMG dolls have nipples? I think that's so weird. I heard people say that the LOL OMG boy was anatomically correct. I bought him. I was like, there's no way that he is anatomically. He's not. He's got a nub. Do you know growing up that I used to think that that's what boys looked like? Well, until like I got slightly older. But growing up, like I had boy dolls who were nude because I never had any clothing for them. Well, some of them had like shorts. But anyways, and I used to like think that good for me for not having horrendous childhood trauma and not knowing. But eventually I found out, not that sheltered, but that is not anatomically correct. And I will stand by that. It does really bother me when people like get mad about anatomically correct, because I'm like, you are telling me that you're upset that that barber right there has a little tiny nub. Do you like also like the 1990 body mold? Then they start painting underwear and everything because people are so mad that they have like a butt. And it's like, are you kidding me? She's a doll. I'm pretty sure your child knows what they have. And you're upset that like the Barbara has it too. Like, I don't understand people. Sometimes they're crazy. That's the thing that is in here. People are like, every time a doll is anatomically correct. It's like crazy. If a doll was truly anatomically correct, like actually fully anatomically correct, then I think there would be an issue. But I had like baby alives that peed and pooped, but it came out of the same hole. You know, I think like if they were actually fully anatomically correct, both girls and boys, I think there would genuinely be an issue. I think then it could be, you could be like, well, like, I don't want my kid knowing. Then I'd be like, okay, that's fair. Okay, that's fair. But they're not, and it does bother me. However, like, when I was a kid and I went to daycare, I had to change babies. I mean, I always volunteered, but I was like a kid too. So like, I think your kid has probably seen things. And I think like if you're scared that your doll has a butt and your child's gonna be like, that's a butt, I think you have bigger issues. I think your child knows, because I've never personally seen, I don't know what kind of dolls people are playing with, but I have never personally seen an anatomically correct doll out there. I mean, I'm sure they exist. I do find it weird that OMG dolls do have nipples though. I would like to say that. I don't understand their purpose, and I do, every time I see them, I go, did a straight man create the OMG doll line? Like, why did they add like a nipple? Do you know what I mean? Maybe I'm the only one who questions that, but I always thought that was weird. But nonetheless, like, if you don't want your doll to have a doll that is anatomically correct, then don't buy it for them. You don't have to be like, oh, this doll sucks. Unpopular opinion? Clearly not, because everyone's saying it. Somebody said, children don't have genitalia. You get that at puberty. Agreed. LOL dolls, when you submerge them in water, I think is still a boycott and parents uniting to get the brand banned. Uniting, sorry. Can I read? No. That is true. There are dolls that when you put them in water, a tattoo appears. Sometimes fishnets appear on the little LOL tots, and I think that's fun. They have always advertised that when you put them in water, stuff appears. I get being like upset about like because they're supposed to be like little toddlers putting fishnets on, but if you're upset about that, then you need to go into a Target and walk into the little toddler section, and you need to also be upset about what people are actually putting their toddlers in. Sorry, Target. Other companies like Walmart and other places do it too. I just am at Target the most. Anyways, because like there's some unacceptable clothing in there too, versus being upset about a toddler. I get like fishnets, okay, being upset about that, but also you always knew, like people are like, they're hiding this because children are putting this and then they appear and we had no clue. It's like it says on the box. Do you want to know another controversy? Obviously people always are have controversies when it comes to doll clothing. I think it's really weird because like OMG had it where they were like fishnets on people, and then it's like, these are too sexy for kids. People shouldn't wear fishnets, and then they're like, everything's too sexy. And I was like, okay, so if a child wore fishnets, would you tell the child that they're sexy? It kind of grosses me out when people have like gross standards for dolls and are like, children are gonna start doing this and look sexy, and it's like, that's kind of disgusting that you have that viewpoint, but okay. And then like you aren't, oh my god, did you see it? It's taunting me. Oh my god. He's flying around me. I'm a boy. Anyways, a while back when I was like collecting dolls, but just randomly on TikTok, I saw somebody upset that OMG dolls, not only do they come like in their like underwear, I guess, because you like dress them up. That's like their original concept before they got rid of that, and you just now see them and they're fully dressed. People are like, they come in lingerie and they come with poles, and we're like, look at this, like they're pole dancing. And I'm grateful that there were people who weren't psychos who were like, that's a doll stand and there are clothing in there, you're just not showing it. You just dress them. Those are supposed to be their undergarments and you're supposed to dress them. But I loved it because people are like, they come with poles. I was like, that's a doll stand, you dum-dum. Next. Growing up Skipper because you like whined her arm, whined something, and she grows boobs. That's fun. If only like it was that seamless. All came in at once. Bratz, people mentioned specific lines, Pride Pack because of homophobes, the Night Night because they were lingerie themed. Nighty Night dolls? I don't remember them being lingerie themed, but maybe, probably. Blind Date because, well, Secret Date because it was originally Blind Date. I don't always remember the controversy with that one. That was such a weird one. I didn't remember the controversy. We're gonna skip. I'm pretty sure, okay, wait. Blind Date, Bratz, controversy. I assume because at the time, like, blind dates were bad. Dad and the parental group, dads and daughters, were upset with the marketing of the Secret Date collection. The dolls were packaged with a Bratz girl on the right, and either Chloe, Yasmin, Jade, Megan, or Nevra got matched with a mystery boy doll behind the door on the left. I kind of like that concept, I'm not gonna lie. I wonder if they clearly changed the name. I guess because you don't know who it's going to be. Maybe people are upset because the racist aspect, or just because they didn't know. I was gonna say like a white doll being paired up with a black doll, like Sasha being paired with one of the, I don't know. I'm not always good with like who they're supposed to match up with. I just kind of take 2 dolls and go, they look nice. So I think I would have loved that concept growing up because I've been like, I don't really care, but I guess also it could be like Bratz people weren't very happy because like I'm pretty sure they do have specific boyfriends. So like Chloe's stealing Sasha's boyfriend or something. I don't know. But I guess like I would have taken the whole like blind dates can be kind of bad. If you don't know who it is, it could kidnap you and murder you. But they were like, it's not really telling me. Maybe that is the thoughts that they were having. Bill Lilly, because of the negative stereotype, the Bill Lilly is a sex worker. And in fact, she's not. People just don't know how to translate German words. And Bill Lilly was targeted towards kids. I don't know if it was originally targeted towards kids, but kids did play with Bill Lilly. So, people talking about anatomy, flavors, because it was Mattel's attempt to be trendy, but it didn't work because it kind of like parents were not happy. The people a part of, I don't know, were they supposed to be hip hop? We're not happy. They're like, these are stereotypes. I like the Flavors dolls. Don't get me wrong, I like them, but also maybe Mattel, talk to someone. Don't just make a doll line. A lot of non-BJD people. Okay, wait. And of course, there were a lot of non-BJD people who were appalled that BJDs were anatomy. Anatomically correct. I wonder if they actually are. I've never personally had a BJD doll, just like that one that I have, but that one is not anatomically correct. Why can I not speak? I don't know. Anyways, I can see the fly. It's trying to attack me again. I think we're gonna finish it up here because I don't really see anything else too much here. Yeah. Personally, my favorite is the OMG dolls being too sexy, even though they're OMG dolls. Outrageous Millennium Girls. Do you want to know what a millennial is? A 30-year-old. I think they're 30 now. Like, she can wear what she wants. She is an adult. It's not my fault that you let your child play with a 30-year-old woman doll. That's not my fault. You're the one that bought your child a 30-year-old woman. Yeah, I said it. I also like the fact that they think that they come with holes. I don't know. I think doll drama and controversies are just interesting, especially because parents are like, ugh, who could do this? It's like, you did it. You don't have to buy your kid that doll, but you did. And you bought it without doing any sort of research. Imagine just willy-nilly buying a child a toy. It's like, you do realize that your child is going to play with that. You should probably know the basics around a doll. Like, I'll personally buy dolls for myself because I'm buying them for myself. And if there's something like wrong with it or bad or controversial, that's my fault for buying it. But you're buying it for a kid. You should know some stuff about it. If you're like that, like, ugh, it can't have genitalia. Ugh, it can't be inappropriate. It's like, you should do research before you buy a doll. Or then don't buy it. But like, why are you attacking it for other reasons? I've never seen a true doll like where there was like an actual genuine issue and controversy that was well deserved, except the Trolls doll. I do state that I don't know what the purpose of that is. The button there, I do think that that is weird. I do think that that should have instantly been taken off the market. The company should be like, I am genuinely sorry. Like, someone got fired. But everyone should, because they all let it slide. Anyways, I'm back from thanks for watching. Let me know your controversies. I'm sure there were other controversies on here that were missed. I feel like there are lines that like, did they have controversies? Ever After High had to have had controversies. Wings had to have had controversies. Tell me your controversies that people don't talk about. Anyways, I'm back. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye!